Hi, we have the address of the record.
Sure. Cathy, 40 Monroe Street, Massapequa Park, New York, 11762. I'm here tonight to speak about the animal shelter. I wasn't going to speak until I heard a couple of facts that seemed to be in dispute that I thought I could clear up as a witness who has personal knowledge. I think the issue about heat is definitional. Yes, there is some warm air blowing from the ceiling in the shelter. But I can tell you, I have seen shivering dogs in there. A dog that I was so brokenhearted over I had to call attention to get a blanket for this dog. It's very difficult to explain unless you've been there, but if the run is open and the back door is open, there's cold air blowing through there. This dog was trying to get out of the way of that cold blowing air. It's very different than if you're standing than if you squat down and you just feel that cold air blowing through. I don't know what anybody's talking about that I've been told that the lowest temperature I ever got in there was 50. Okay? Because I've been cold in there with a winter coat walking around. And yes, if you hold your hand up, there's heat, okay? I guess it's a question of what is heat. Adequate heat? I don't think it's adequate when a dog is laying on cold cement, shivering, uncontrollably. And then the poor thing, when he got a blanket, he kept trying to get it situated into the only spot that the cold air wasn't blowing in, and he couldn't do it, and he finally satisfied himself by sitting there on the blanket with the cold air blowing. Why doesn't this dog even have a blanket? And 50 degrees, laying on cold cement, with cold air blowing, for days on end? We're not talking about a few hours. This wears on these animals. They're already under stress. This just it's not acceptable. And I suggest that you go down there and take a look. Wear a disguise. Don't let them know you're coming. If you're really interested in seeing the truth. As far as the volunteer program, I put in an application within 3 days when those applications were available. I did not hear anything. I'd like you to know I wrote on there, dogs, no cats. Sorry, cat people, I'm a dog person. All right? I want to socialize dogs. I want to make them more adoptable. Finally, after my contacting the volunteer coordinator to find out what was going on, I was asked if I wanted to come in and socialize cats. I specifically wrote on my application, very large, no cats. I left a message today for the volunteer coordinator. Did not get a call back. I don't understand that if there were 15 volunteers from By the Week who are now training 15 other volunteers, I don't see how I couldn't be one of those 15 volunteers because my application was in within days of those applications coming out.
Please try to wrap it up.
And I'd just like to state, for the record, I hesitated to say anything like this because I'm afraid that I won't get called to be a volunteer. And as far as getting animals adopted out of there, it is the volunteers who make these animals more adoptable so they don't need to be killed. So when you say everything is being done, that is one of the most important things that can be done to keep these animals. You could have an animal come in who is adoptable, who turns unadoptable and has to be killed.
Thank you very much.
I did have just one more
Please try to wrap it up.
brief comment. That's it. Thank you for your time. Good night.